Welch, thank you for joining us.
Well,
share your thoughts.
Thank you. You know, we are in a very serious situation now. We're, 11 days away from perhaps the first time in the history of this country not paying our bills. And it's extraordinarily damaging what that will do to our economy. I mean, interest rates will go up. We have a 1% increase in our debt service. That's going to mean $140 billion more in taxpayer expense to service the debt. And I don't care whether you have a Nancy Pelosi point of view that we could use that money better on infrastructure, or an Eric Cantor point of view that you could use that for tax cuts. That's money out the door. That is squandered money. And the damage to the economy and to this asset, the AAA rating, is enormous, and that ripples through the economy and starts hurting people, individuals. You have a mortgage, your mortgage rates can go up in an adjusted rate loan. If you want to buy a car and you have to borrow some money, your rates are going to go up. If you have put aside money for your kids to go to college, which is, as we all know, incredibly expensive, the markets are going to create an immense amount of turmoil, and the likelihood is you'll take a real hit on that. If your retirement savings, you're about to retire and you've been saving all your life, that can get whacked. This is reckless and irresponsible. We have to pay our bills. Now, it is true that we've got a long-term fiscal challenge. That requires a long-term fiscal plan. But this first time in the history of our country, literally holding hostage our obligation to pay our bills to getting your way on your design of how we should have a long-term fiscal plan, that's never been done before. You know, in all candor, both sides in the past have tended to grandstand when it comes to the debt ceiling. The custom has been around here that the party that's out of power and doesn't have the responsibility to get the debt ceiling passed so we pay our bills grandstands about it. But neither side has ever actually held that debt ceiling and that obligation to pay our bills. And, you know, Ronald Reagan, who was not at all shy about engaging in tax fights and budget fights, raised the debt ceiling. He never would use the full faith and credit of this country to win his battles, because he knew that would cause too much harm to the economy. It's putting a loaded gun at the head of the American economy. We have got to get back to the basics here. We've got to pay our bills. And my hope is that then we would work together, because we don't have to cut Medicare to get to fiscal solvency. We do have to reform the way we deliver health care to bring down the cost of health care. But, you know, if we have a balanced approach where we include revenues, we include the Pentagon, and we, as Democrats, look very hard at various spending programs and are willing to share in the effort to get ourselves onto fiscal solvency, we can do that. So
Peter,
we can make progress if we work together and just recognize the obvious. We've got to pay our bills, and we also have to work together to get a long-term fiscal plan.
Peter, as we stand here on the floor of this House debating an extraordinarily important moment in time